neck.
Well, one thing you guys were talking about, staying in the old neighborhood. What happens is, and there's nothing wrong with this, but what happens is, all these folks came over from Italy, okay? They either went to New York or to Detroit. My family happened to go to Detroit because everybody went to work for Ford Motor Company, and to Chicago and Philadelphia. Now you start going to, you want to meet people. So you go to the Italian club, like this, for example.
Right.
And, Joe has got a nice daughter, okay? And, she's Italian. And you say, hey, I like this girl, so you marry her, so you stay in the neighborhood. Then later on, you start having kids, and then your kids meet some girl at school or in college, and next thing you know, this Italian kid marries a Jewish gal, okay? And now, their parents live, somewhere else, and now that you start splintering a little bit,
Right.
and everybody starts spreading out, and you kind of lose that neighborhood. Nothing wrong, everything good, But the thing is, see, you used to kind of feel comfortable hanging out with the people that you
Of course,
feel comfortable
of
with,
course.
okay? And they married and this and that. So yeah, it is what it is. When you were telling that story, I was thinking about my grandpa. I love my grandpa. Nonno Nicola was his name. He was 5'1", strongest man in this town in Italy. Used to throw rocks at people. I mean, he was a tough guy. So. When I used to go to his house, I used to sit on his lap all the time, and he had the long table with all my cousins, everybody sitting, and I used to go on the bottom of the table, because downstairs in my grandpa's basement, he made wine.
Of course.
And he always had the flask on top of the table. So I'd come underneath the table, I was just a little boy, and sit on his lap and get a teaspoon, and give me a teaspoon of wine, because it was good for me.
Yeah.
So one time I remember we went from Detroit to Toronto, Canada, and my uncle, Santo was his name. He had a nice home downstairs. He had the prosciuttos hanging, and he was making wine too. So they traded wine back and forth. So we're coming back, and my dad's driving. I'm in the back seat with my grandpa. My mom was in the front with my father. My grandpa used to sit in the back like a king. So we drive up to the immigration over there, and they say, "You bringing anything?" And my grandpa goes, "Right here, mister, right here." And the guy, "What is it?" "Vino." He goes, "You can't bring that across." "Rocco, what did he say?" You cannot bring, he told him to tell you, you cannot bring the wine. You gotta leave here. "Rocco, back up the car." So my dad backed up the car. I'm sitting watching my grandpa, took the top up, boom, 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 boom. Finished the whole thing. "Okay, Rocco, let's go." So we go back to the thing, and the guy goes, "What happened to the wine?" "Right in here, mister. Right here. Rocco, go." I'll never forget that. I was this little boy. I was watching the show.
Gotta
You
go.
have to